Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We've talked before about how the economy is growing. Gross domestic product is rising and unemployment has fallen to record low levels. Here in Virginia, the economy is booming. While that is welcome news, there are nonetheless some disturbing indicators. One of them is household debt. This is something we are all familiar with. Most of us have a mortgage, and many of us have credit card debt. Kept within reasonable bounds, neither is particularly worrisome. However, according to recent data released by the Federal Reserve, that's America's central banking system, maybe it's time to start worrying, at least a little. Right now, America's total household debt is $14.7 trillion. That's almost too big a number to fathom. It includes mortgages, auto loans, consumer loans, and credit cards. It's a big number, but the most important thing to note is that it's at a record high. Americans are getting into a lot of debt. Let's take that figure a little closer to home. Most Americans have some credit card debt. Roughly 40% of us pay it off monthly, while another 60% of Americans carry over their credit card debt from month to month. The average amount of debt for these households is a staggering $9,700. This is worrisome and causes economists some concern. It doesn't mean economic collapse is right around the corner, hardly. But it does show that we might be stretching ourselves a little thin. When we're optimistic, when we think that we have strong job security and that overtime pay is a permanent part of our employment, we tend to go into debt. In fact, we are more prone to racking up consumer debt than any other country in the world. Having said that, maybe we need to remember that no expansion, no period of growth lasts forever. It never has. A good rule of thumb, in a growth period, is to scale back a little and pay off some of that consumer debt. Remember, it's debt we're incurring at a particularly high interest rate. So when you're out shopping, think about what you can do without, or put off a purchase for a little while. It's easier to do than you think, and I can tell you from personal experience that it helps a lot when it comes to getting a good night's sleep.
Right. You're absolutely right about that, David. As a matter of fact, in a survey by the Federal Reserve Bank, they noted that the total revolving consumer debt credit reached $1.057 trillion in March of this year.
That's 1 month.
Yes. When we break the credit card debt down by age, it follows a typical bell curve. The youngest group of people age 18 to 22 have the lowest credit card debt at an average of about $738 per person. The median age group polled, 43 to 47, carry about $4,000 balance, which is the highest credit card debt. The oldest age group, which is 77 and above, have a low balance close to what the youngest ages did at $962 per person. The Federal Reserve Bank also notes that income levels have a proportional relationship to credit card debt. Just like you said, the higher income enables a higher average debt. However, as income increases, the debt-to-income ratio decreases. In Virginia, we have the third highest average credit card debt at $7,161 per person. That's almost 13% worse than the national average at $6,352. Maryland does a little better as the fifth highest average credit card debt at $7,043 per person. DC residents fare better at $6,963 per person average credit card debt. Our neighbors, West Virginia, has the fifth lowest credit card debt of $5,547. That's 12.7% better than the national average. However, West Virginia ranks the fifth highest credit card delinquency rate at 2.28%. Taking all of this information into consideration, you can improve your credit score by lowering your utilization rate. That's lowering the credit you use compared to the credit you have available.
In other words, don't spend so much.
Right. If you were enticed by low introductory credit card rates, remember to pay off your debt before the large percentage rate kicks in. 4 useful tips to do this are, number 1, focus on one debt to pay off early. Number 2, pay more. This may mean sacrificing some of life's simple pleasures in order to save more. Try brewing your own coffee in the morning, bringing a bagged lunch, or cutting back on things like dining out. The money you save can be used to pay more on your credit card. Did you get an income tax refund, overtime, or a bonus at work? Use it to pay off debt like you never had it. When one credit card is paid off, continue paying the same amount on as an extra payment on another loan. That effect will snowball into faster debt reduction. And number 4, make a budget and stick to it. It's like documenting your eating habits and serving sizes when you're on a diet. Your awareness is heightened when you document your spending. When you see how much you spend as compared to how much you earn, you will be more apt to stick to the budget. Don't feel bad if you don't know how to make a budget. There are lots of places to begin, like online tutorial searches and our local public libraries, where you can check out books, software, videos, and attend forums for free. You can search for and attend community classes like Financial Peace University, offered at many places of worship, in book format and online too.
That's very good advice and lots of resources I didn't know about. It's been a long, hot summer, and it's not over yet. We've warned you about the heat, but please don't forget that your dogs, our four-legged friends, need special care and attention during the hot weather. First of all, please don't leave them out all day. Exposure to summertime heat in August, September, and even October can easily prove too much for them. Please make sure that inside and out that they have ready access to a bowl of water. Hydration, just like it is for humans, is critically important for dogs. Also, when you go for a walk, you have shoes on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I do too. Your dog, unless you get him some dog shoes, and yes, they are available and not a bad idea at all, can get burns from hot pavement. So at the very least, make sure he walks on the grass. Oh, and another thing, when you go for a walk on a hot day, I bet you take along a bottle of water. Well, your dog could use a drink from time to time as well. So make sure that you have 2 bottles of water. And finally, if your dog starts to exhibit signs of heat distress, don't take it lightly. If it starts panting heavily or seems in distress, get him inside as quickly as possible and let him cool down. Remember, when it comes to hot weather, dogs aren't all that different from humans. We all need to use common sense, drink lots of water, and get in and out of the heat when we don't feel well.
One thing that we do at our house is we take off our shoes and stand on the pavement. If you cannot stand on the pavement in your bare feet for very long at all, you know it's just as painful for your pets. So that's one way we test the temperature of the pavement when we go for walks.
I like that. It's a really good idea.
Well, last weekend was a pretty hot one, and I'm curious as to what the weekend has in store for us.
I guess that means it's time for Kara and the weather. Kara?
Hi, I'm Kara Colucci with CVTV Weekend Weather, and here's your update for this weekend. We are looking at highs near 79 degrees on Friday. That's right, you heard it, 79 degrees. It's about 20 degrees cooler than it has been all week. However, we're also looking at thunderstorms in the evening, pretty much like every other day this week. That rain should move on out Friday evening and leave us with some sunny skies and highs near 81 degrees on Saturday. Should be a beautiful day. The humidity should be alleviated at that point, and it should just be a great day to get outside and enjoy the last days of the official summer month. On Sunday, we're also looking at highs near 80 degrees. Not too bad for a beautiful weekend. Might have a passing thunderstorm here or there, but not much accumulation. As quickly as it moves in, it's going to move right on out. I'm Kara Colucci with CVTV Weekend Weather. Make it a great week.